bill to the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I call the honourable member Kevin Haig. Tēnā koe, Mr. Haig.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Speaker. It's a genuine pleasure to take a call in this debate. Earlier this year I had the great privilege of being able to participate in the Government Administration Committee's consideration of the Marriage Equality Bill, and it was fantastic to work with a group of people who were committed to getting great outcomes, and today again to participate in a debate that is characterised by warm and generous and kind speeches from members of that committee is a great experience. I want to thank the members of the committee, in particular Ruth Dyson as the chair of that committee, and the officials who worked with the committee. I hear that they did a fantastic job. I didn't get the chance to experience their work this time around. And in particular to say thanks and congratulations to my colleague and friend Lewis Wall. That's twice over a pretty short space of time that important human rights bills have come to this House under Lewis's name. I'm one of several members of this House who is in a same-sex relationship with children. And I'm sure that for those of us in that situation, we can all think about how it would be for us in our situation if we were plunged into this nightmare scenario that Rowan Sullivan and her parents have been through. You know, Mr. Speaker, human rights is an area that is frequently debated in this House, and typically when we talk about human rights, we talk about the rights of collectives, of large groups of people, the denial of human rights to a whole ethnicity, to a whole gender, to a whole sexual orientation. And that, I think, is probably the most frequent use of the idea of human rights in this House. But really that relates to just one of those human rights, and that's the right to freedom from discrimination. But when Eleanor Roosevelt, who was perhaps the motivating force behind the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, explained the idea of universal human rights, this is what she said. She said, "Where, after all, do universal human rights begin? In small places close to home, in places so small and so close that they cannot be seen on any map of the world. Yet they are the world of the individual person. The neighbourhood he lives in, the school or college he attends, the factory, farm or office where he works. These are the places where every man, woman and child seeks equal justice, equal dignity and equal opportunity without discrimination." Mr. Speaker, this bill is about human rights. It's about the human rights of one person, the right of that person to acknowledge their own identity, to have their parents respected by law as being their parents. I haven't dealt with very many private bills in this House, but I cannot think of another situation where a private bill is more appropriate. Congratulations to Lewis Wall, to the Government Administration Select Committee. Congratulations to Rowan Sullivan and to Doreen and also to Diane. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I recognise